Hey, it's PJ, and it's time for episode number 17 of the PJ and Pals podcast. Kind of crazy to say 17. I can't believe that we've done this many so quickly. It's been just over 2 months, and I didn't think that I would get this much of a great response or this many people listening. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. The last episode with Lyle was the first episode ever that had over 100 listens to, combined with all of the streams off of iTunes and Spotify and the downloads, as well as YouTube. So just incredible. 100 people checked out that episode. So that's just fantastic. I can't express how much I love that. And over the past week or so, a few people have stopped and said that they checked out an episode or listened or enjoyed it, or they enjoyed this guest, or they laughed at a certain part. And I can't thank you enough how amazing that is for you to tell me this, because radio is a dream of mine, or broadcasting, being in someone's ear is a dream of mine. And I did radio for close to 10 years, and it seems like I won't ever get a job in radio again. So now I'm doing this podcast. I'm loving it, and for you to sit there and say that you listened and you enjoyed it, it means the world to me. So thank you very much. This episode, Fez returns again. We've both seen Captain Marvel, so if you haven't seen Captain Marvel, there are a few spoilers. We don't go into too much details about the movie. We talk about the movie a lot, what we liked and what we didn't like, but there's no major spoilers in it whatsoever. There is a few things, but if you haven't seen the movie, maybe not listen to this or fast forward, 30 minutes in. We also talk about some other superhero movies, about James Gunn coming back to Guardians of the Galaxy. He's still doing a Suicide Squad movie, and also about the new Batman movie. So lots of cool things to talk about. I want to say again, thank you for listening to the podcast. This is going to be also on video. So if you're listening on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, or whatever it may be, if you want to check out a video, it is only from one camera angle. The one with Lyle had two, but that was because he has his own camera and he was in Alberta. But this one just from one camera angle, and it's on YouTube now. So thank you again for checking it out. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
You don't have to look at the camera.
I know.
It's creepy if you look at the camera. Look at me. What's up? Welcome back.
I'm looking at Andre.
Andre, yes.
He likes when he gets a shout out, eh?
Yeah.
He really loves it.
Did you listen to the episode? I know, he's a gem. He messages me sometimes. He messaged me about an episode that I brought you up, but I didn't even mention your name. Did you listen to it? It was with JD, where we talked about Halloween, where you dressed up as Hellboy, painted yourself red, and we bought like
you said that Mitch was Lil Wayne.
Yeah, and he did blackface, and I was like, Mitch is such a like
Is this plugged in?
This is plugged in. Yeah.
I can't hear this on my.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You have to talk into the microphone though.
Yeah.
Pull up to your face.
Sorry, I thought it was closer.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, so Mitch went as Lil Wayne, you went as Hellboy, and I went as Casper. Remember I wore the kid's costume that I had to like cut in half?
Yeah.
We just painted our bodies.
Yeah, Pat painted me red. I was pink for like 3 days.
Yeah, but I was saying Mitch is such like a smart guy, like glasses, really well dressed, and then he's dressed as Lil Wayne for Halloween. And
yeah, I hope he got rid of all those pictures.
Yeah, because we were talking about like how you can't do that now. Like even 10 years ago it was allowed. Now it's like
you probably shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, like if people in his office found those photos, they'd be like, but it was funny. It was a good time. Yeah, because we never mentioned that we went to college, and then I always forget that though.
We did.
Yeah,
we didn't talk much about it, but yeah, that's where we met.
Yeah, but some of the best stories from my college days were with you. Like when I
first year was fun.
Smashed the bottle on my head.
Yeah, I was there for that. I remember when you mentioned that in another episode, and I was like, yeah.
I remember looking you deep in the eyes. We locked eyes. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this.
I might have been like nod, yes.
So if you don't know the story, so first year of college, it was my 19th birthday, and it was probably the drunkest I've ever been in my entire life. I drank like a 12 case of Brava. Remember those beers?
The beer of summer, they called it.
Yeah, but it was so cheap. And then we drank. It was called a community cup, and
Yeah.
everyone poured a bit of their drink into this cup, and then I had to. Oh, I didn't even think about doing a video. Anyway, so the community cup, I had to drink, and everyone just poured like wine or rum and coke because you didn't drink beer, right? So you were always rum and coke.
I drank some beer, but I drink Bravo. I don't know. I drank everything.
Yeah. So I drank that, and then there was that other kid, Oliver. Remember him?
Oliver.
Yeah, who was a straight psychopath, and he wouldn't drink, and it was his birthday as well. So we made another community cup.
Oliver was always sharpening his knives.
Yeah.
He had knives for his like cooking class.
Mm-hmm.
And he would always bust out his knife case and just start sharpening knives. And we were like, what the fuck?
He was a straight serial killer. But yeah, so I drank his cup. So I was the drunkest I've ever been, but we were headbanging to Slipknot.
Yeah, it was probably Slipknot.
Yeah, like everyone liked that song, Psychosocial.
Psychosocial. It was
I chucked a beer. And I remember looking at you in the eyes, like, I'm gonna smash this bottle.
I knew you were gonna do it too. I knew it was happening.
And everyone was just like, ah! Like, that was a cool moment. There was also time like I jumped off that shed a bunch of times.
You jumped off. Did you jump off the shed or climb the tree? I think you jumped off the shed into the tree.
Into the pine tree, yeah, which is not a great idea. I don't recommend.
No.
So we had some good times in college.
That's good.
Yeah, and then I was re-listening to In Flames recently, and I forgot we went and saw them one time. And on the way back,
oh my god,
like I didn't know Toronto driving that well. I only had my license for a little while too. And I pull onto this street. It was like a highway, actually. It was like you pull onto like Lakeshore Boulevard or whatever.
I don't know the names.
Yeah, and there was 3 cars coming towards us.
But we were on the right one, right?
We were on the right side of the road, yeah. But these 3 cars were not.
And we were on the phone with Sam. We're like, "Yeah, the concert was so good. We're on our way back. We'll see you soon." She's like, "Cool."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she starts hearing us screaming because there's 3 cars coming at us.
Yeah. And what must have happened? All in a straight line. Like one of them must have turned, thinking that was the way to go, and then 2 fucking idiots followed.
I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. I just remember screaming and being like, "We're gonna die."
Yeah, this is it. We're gonna die. The concert was good, but we're gonna die. So, some good times.
Yeah.
But you came to talk about comic books.
That's what we do here.
Yes. Well, we can talk about lots of things.
I mean, a lot of stuff's going on.
Yeah, I forgot all of it. Oh, one thing I'm not impressed with is this Suicide Squad reboot.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds weird. Like the characters in it, I'm just like, I don't know any of these characters. The only thing that gets me interested is like because it's James Gunn still doing it.
Yeah.
Even though because he got fired from Guardians.
Yeah.
And then WB hired him to do Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah.
And then Disney just hired him back and said, but I think they did it a while ago and just didn't say anything or something. Like,
yeah.
I guess I heard that they were like talking to him a while back. They had a bunch of meetings over the past year or whatever since it happened. And it sounds like they smoothed it over like a while ago. Yeah. And they just didn't tell anyone. But now he's going to do Suicide Squad 2 and then Guardians.
No, it's not Suicide Squad 2.
Well, it's called The Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Which is not.
Whatever.
But not whatever. It's a big difference. Because people are going to go to the movie thinking that it's a sequel to Suicide Squad when it's not even. It's not going to have the same actors because now Will Smith and Harley Quinn backed out. So they're just rebooting.
Is she not in it?
She's not in it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought she was still doing it.
Well, sorry. I had a conversation with someone about this the other day. And I literally Googled, is Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad 2? And a bunch of stuff came up. And it was like the first title was Harley Quinn not in Suicide Squad 2. Harley Quinn, next one. Harley Quinn might be in Suicide Squad 2. Yeah. So it was like nobody knows. And they were all from March and stuff. So I imagine now that it's a complete reboot, but she's not in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can imagine it's probably going to be a better movie because James Gunn's making it as opposed to the guy who did the last one.
Yeah.
And because it wasn't that great. It's not a very good movie.
But I liked it. Not every movie has to be a great movie. Just because it's a superhero movie doesn't mean it needs to be a great movie.
It would be cool if it was a good movie.
There wasn't a bad movie.
It wasn't great.
Like, it was entertaining, right?
Like Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Segue.
Okay, so you want to talk about a good movie?
It's not a good movie.
You don't think it's a good movie?
I don't think it's that good. I liked it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it, but I was breaking it down, and the more like opinions I've heard from like all these different sides that week after I saw it, I was like, yeah, I don't think it's that great. It's not bad, but it's not. I don't know. They did some things in it that I didn't really like. The more I thought about it, I
Spoiler
don't
alert
think.
first. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Spoiler alert. I wasn't gonna do spoilers yet, but there's
Just in
stuff I really
case.
liked,
Yeah.
and there's some stuff that I was like, why did they do that? Or like, oh, they should have really done this instead. Or and just there's some stuff like I thought the beginning was a little rocky. I didn't love her in it.
No, and you
I don't,
can't
and
say
I
that you
don't
don't
think.
like Brie Larson because then everyone jumps down your throat.
Yeah, no, listen, the movie was okay, but it's not a great movie like everyone was saying it is. It's okay.
Yeah.
She's okay in it.
Can I give you my point of view on it? So,
Sure.
remember when we went and saw Spider-Man Homecoming
Yeah.
and we left and I was like, I fucking loved that. That was amazing. That was
Yeah.
everything I wanted. And you were like, it was okay. It's not a Spider-Man movie for me. It wasn't made for me. And that's what I feel about I think that was like a really good point because there's a lot of movies I watched like what's that one? Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is a good movie, but it's not a movie. It doesn't like it's. I don't care about it too much, right? Where some people think it's the greatest movie. I think Captain Marvel's the same thing. Like, it's a good movie, but it's not a movie for me. I think it's a movie for little girls. You know, they're gonna grow up and now have this like kind of iconic superhero that they can look up to, sort of thing. And yeah, but that's what I think.
I don't think it was that great. I mean, I enjoyed most of it, but I don't know. It's weird. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Like, and I talked to my girlfriend about it too, who's coming at it from like, I'm coming at it from like a film fan. I want to see a good movie and a good Marvel movie. You know what I mean? Like a good, not just a good Marvel comic book movie, but a good movie. And I don't think I really got that. And she agreed. She's coming at it from just like, she likes to watch these movies with me, but she's not like as deep into it as I am, obviously. But even she was just like, I didn't really like her much. And even my girlfriend was saying stuff like, kind of agreeing with the stuff I was saying. Like, she was kind of the same throughout the whole thing. We didn't feel like she had like a real character arc. She was kind of the same through the whole fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give a shit about, okay, super spoilers. Okay, from the beginning, it was kind of rocky. I thought the start of the movie, like I said, I didn't really like the pacing of it much. I don't think there was enough of her interacting with that team that she was on, the Star Force.
Mm-hmm.
Because then later you get the stuff with her and Jude Law's character, who everyone thought was going to be Marvel, but he for sure wasn't Marvel.
Yeah.
Do you know Marvel is like the original Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of people hating on that because they made her a woman.
I didn't give a fuck. I thought that was
care.
so cool. When
I thought
it
made more sense because if she's going to look up to someone,
yeah,
it's probably going to be
matter.
like, yeah.
But the stuff with the Skrulls, I fucking loved that stuff.
That was the first thing I said about it. It was like that was amazing what they did with the Skrulls.
Ben Mendelsohn as what was his name in it? He was like the main Skrull.
I couldn't tell you.
I can't remember his name. He was fucking incredible. He was the best part of the whole movie for me.
Yeah.
He stole the whole fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Jackson was okay, but he wasn't the Fury. I get that it's like a younger Nick Fury and it's like before, he realizes there's all this shit going on and he becomes the Nick Fury we know from the other stuff. But I felt like he was kind of a joke. And the thing with the eye, how he loses his eye, that was fucking terrible. What the fuck? I knew they were gonna do something stupid like that too.
Yeah.
With the fucking cat.
Scratched by a cat, and yeah,
like he's supposed to be a super badass. Like he's probably supposed to lose his eye in like a war or something, or from some super villain. But it's like, no, this fucking alien cat scratches his eye out, and then it's a joke. And I was like, that's silly. I don't like that because then it's. You see him later and he looks all badass with the eye patch and stuff. And that scene when he fucking remember in Winter Soldier? Was it Winter Soldier? Yeah. When he has to do the eye scan, I think.
Yeah.
And it's near the end and he flips his eye patch up and shows like his eye and it's all fucked up. Yeah. And you're like, fuck, how did he lose that eye?
Yeah.
But it's something really dumb. Like they made it some dumb joke like the cat thing. I didn't think Brie Larson was like amazing in it.
My problem with her is like sometimes she'll be like talking to someone and she'll just this smirk like
like she's just this smirky like sassy like badass chick through the whole thing. and she, she's trying to figure out who she is and all that. But I'm like, I don't care. Like, I know who you are, but the way they did it in the movie, I didn't really like. How she was trying to figure it out when she eventually meets up with her friend again. I didn't give a fuck. There was nothing there because like they didn't have enough backstory with the two of them. Like they needed more.
Yeah,
they
we only
needed,
had seen the girl through flashbacks, right? Like,
yeah,
so
and
we
there
didn't
weren't
really
even
get
enough. I thought.
Yeah.
I thought it was just really weak. And the kid they're setting up, I think the kid is supposed to be Monica Rambeau. She's like a superhero later on. I think she becomes a Captain Marvel version or something, but I'm not sure. Um, I know her as a different character. But that's, yeah, just the stuff when they reunited together, I thought was not great. I Phil Coulson, they fucking totally wasted. They brought Clark Gregg back to play Coulson, Agent Coulson from Agents of Shield, and I was super hyped about that because they were making a big deal about that. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be like young Fury and Coulson teaming up with Captain Marvel. But he's in the movie for like 2 minutes and he does fucking nothing. And I was like, wow, what a waste. Like that really sucked.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would have been cool if there was way more of him like helping them. He helped them like once or twice, you know.
Yeah.
And then he
like
showed
that
up at the end.
stairwell scene. And
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
What else was there? I I I really liked, like I said, the stuff with the Skrulls, how they kind of turn, because traditionally the Skrulls are like these like nasty like invaders, they're the enemies.
Mm-hmm.
But in this, they took this group of Skrulls, right, and they made them refugees, and they're like, we're just trying to fucking find a new home.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, the Kree, fucked us over big time. This whole war is bullshit. Like we don't want to fight it. But I'm hoping that it's just like a small group of them is just this like good group of refugee Skrulls that don't want to fight. Because I really want to see like, and I mean the current stuff. Obviously, this movie takes place 25 years or something before the current like Avengers stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, 25 years, maybe it is the same group that comes back evil. Who knows? Like a lot can happen in that kind of time,
Yeah, like because we don't know what Bree does with them when they're trying to find a new planet. Maybe they get mad at her, they get mad at Earth or something like that. But
that's what I want to see in a sequel. I don't really want to see a present day Captain Marvel sequel. I want to know what happened after they left together, to go find a new home or something. 25 years of Captain Marvel out in space, like what happened to her,
Yeah.
That stuff I think would be really interesting. I don't know if they'll do it or not. I hope. The stuff with the Supreme Intelligence, I thought was kind of interesting how they did that. Because the Supreme Intelligence in the comic book is like the Kree's like all of their history and information in this kind of like being, and it's always shown as this like giant green alien head with like 6 eyes or some shit and tentacles. Like it's really weird like comic book shit. But in this they did something interesting where they made it so when you go see the Supreme Intelligence, you see someone from your past or something, right? And I thought that was interesting because then the whole time you're like, who's this woman? I thought it was gonna be like her mother or something that she keeps seeing, but it was this woman who was her mentor who turned out to be the original Marvel, and that I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
And the way that she got her powers was cool. I like that they tied it into the Tesseract, the cosmic cube. Yeah. Because then it ties it the ties to the overall thing I thought were well done.
Yeah. Now I have to go back and rewatch stuff, and I have a horrible memory when it comes to movies sometimes. So how does the Tesseract go from the cat's stomach to, so when we first see the Tesseract, that's in First Avenger, right?
Yeah, Captain America, the first one.
Yeah, because he crashes the plane
because the Red Skull had it.
Yeah.
To power the Hydra weapons.
So then we find it in this. So obviously they find it. They're starting to make a ship out of it.
I think at some point Howard Stark has possession of it.
Okay.
And I think that might be yeah, I don't know if maybe that's when SHIELD has it. Mm-hmm. I thought he had it before that.
So First Avenger, they have it. And then, but it's not, is it in the first Thor movie, the Tesseract?
No, it's not.
And then they have it in, so then you don't see that Tesseract. So essentially the Tesseract's in that cat's stomach till Avengers 1.
No, did you see the credit scene? He spits it out on Fury's desk.
Yeah. Okay. So it's
So Shield has it.
so Shield has it to Avengers 1.
Yeah, because you remember Project Pegasus?
Yeah.
That's what they called. That was the thing in Captain Marvel. They went to that
Yeah.
base, Project Pegasus. It was like a secret Shield thing. That Project Pegasus was, I'm pretty sure, in the first Avengers movie at the very beginning when they're using it to kind of harness its power, Shield.
Yeah.
I think that's Project Pegasus.
Okay.
It's just centered around the cube.
So it all
And
connects.
I'm
Okay.
guess. I mean, I don't know. At some point, obviously, because it's in the plane, right? It's with, it's in the plane that Captain America crashes after the Red Skull fucks off into space.
Yeah.
And so I guess at some point, they got it out of there because because Marvel is using the cube to power the light speed engine or whatever she was building. And then I guess so she had it, and then now Shield has it, and then Loki got it in Avengers, and
then
off we went.
Yeah, and then it goes to Asgard, and then to Loki again, to Thanos.
Yeah,
That's where we're at. Okay, makes sense.
Right.
I didn't like. I want to stop talking about this movie because it wasn't.
too.
But I wasn't a huge fan of Ronan either. I loved Ronan in Guardians of the Galaxy.
They totally wasted Ronan again.
Because it's weird. A lot of people didn't like him in Guardians of the Galaxy. They thought he was kind of a waste, and then they bring him back. So I'm like, oh, they're bringing him back to show how cool he is. No, they made it even worse.
Yep.
He was like, this girl's tough. Peace.
Yeah, like okay, so then so they fucking wasted him again.
Yes.
And at the end of Captain Marvel, he's like, we'll come back for the weapon. They're like, what weapon? I think he says like the cube or something. And he says something, and then he goes, no, the woman.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel. So I hope the next one takes place within that time frame where she's been gone out in space, and have Ronan going after her, I guess, and after the Skrulls.
Also, I think so. I don't know. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in Avengers Endgame. Everyone that was turned to dust is going to come back, right? Because
somehow or another.
Which is kind of like we knew it was going to happen, but they're already booking Black Panther 2. They're booking
Spider-Man. We've
seen the trailer, and now we know Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is official because James Gunn is coming back to work on it. But that's
not going to happen for a number of years.
Yes, but I think there's a couple characters that aren't going to come back in Avengers. I think Loki's one of them.
Who?
Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because he died, but he's got his own TV show coming out.
But I think the TV show could be like in the past.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. So I don't think Loki's coming back. I think this is how he dies in the MCU.
Okay.
And then the show. Actually, I heard that the show might just be different universes.
Yeah, I heard like different time in history. He kind of goes back and fucks with time.
Yeah.
And manipulates events.
They're thousands of years old, right? So they can literally,
But also I heard that like he's likely narrating it, and then they'll have like the young version of Loki, maybe the woman version, because at some point he turned into a woman. Yeah. So it could be this weird fucking thing. I don't know.
But it's supposed to be Chris Hemsworth, right? Tom Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth. Okay, so my thought is that I don't think Gamora is coming back in Avengers 3. There is some talk that she's stuck in the Soul Stone. What I say?
3. It's 4.
Yeah. Avengers 4. Okay. Yeah. So there is some talk that at the end of the movie when Thanos snaps, he's in the Soul Stone and he can see her as a kid.
Yeah, that's where she is. Her soul's in the Soul Stone.
So if she doesn't come back, they need another leading lady for the Guardians. Do you think they're going to introduce? Do you think Brie Larson's going to become Captain Marvel with the Guardians, and they're going to fight in space and stuff like that?
It's possible because I know they want to do a lot more space stuff,
which I'm down for.
And I'm totally down for it because now that the fucking big merger's done, like official 100% finished.
We can talk about that.
Yeah. They got Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Which I want to see Silver Surfer movie really bad.
A good one.
Yeah. And they have access to way more space shit, and more characters can go out into space and do more shit like Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Or the X-Men.
And they've announced that they're rebooting everything except for Deadpool.
Yeah, like we're gonna get totally new X-Men and Fantastic Four actors and movies, but they'll keep Deadpool going.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that somehow and I wonder if that means we're gonna get X-Force too. if they're going to keep doing X-Force, because they've been developing that as like a spin-off from Deadpool.
Yeah.
And then they were going to
Well,
do Deadpool 3 after, I think.
I think that's going to be canned because I think they fired a bunch of people, Disney.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, which makes more sense.
They
to me,
shut
right?
down a whole division of
Yeah.
Fox Films. Like they would do like independent kind of films. I think it's just gone.
So, but yeah, so I think Captain Marvel would be like, because you can have that Chris Pratt, Brie Larson kind of like back and forth, which I think will be pretty attractive for a Guardians 3.
I think we're only going to get one more Guardian. Like I think Guardians 3 is going to be like the last movie with that incarnation of the team.
Yeah, because
they're totally going to switch it up.
I guarantee you they'll add Adam Warlock in the last one.
Yeah.
And they're going to add Agent Venom.
Agent Venom? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Venom did so well.
Yeah, but that's still Sony's thing. That's not.
Yeah, but they can
Fox.
But they can probably use Agent Venom and just not regular Venom.
I don't know how it works.
For people who don't know Agent Venom, it's Flash Thompson.
Then I really can't see them doing that because I cannot see that high schooler kid bully who plays Flash Thompson in Spider-Man as the Agent Venom. Did you forget who was Flash Thompson?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, shit.
It's not the same guy you're thinking of.
Well, no, it's funny because like if you go back and watch the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, Flash Thompson is Joe Manganiello.
Joe Manganiello.
Manganiello, yeah. I'm like, that's the perfect Flash. Like that's it. And then the next one was this guy who looked like kind of Thad Castle from Blue Mountain State.
Was Flash in Amazing Spider-Man?
He was, yeah. So he's like blonde. He looks like a knockoff version of Thad Castle from Blue Mountain State. But yeah, so because he goes up to Peter and tries to like comfort him after his uncle dies, and then like Peter throws him into the locker, and it's like, because remember, this is my part. I know it's Flash Thompson in this movie because the reason why I hate Andrew Garfield as Amazing Spider-Man is this one scene in The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, when this kid's getting bullied by Flash Thompson, and Andrew Garfield comes up and he's like, Flash, put him down, Flash. That drives me
yeah, I remember.
Insane.
I remember
that is not Peter Parker. Peter Parker wouldn't do that. And he's like, Eugene, like,
I liked.
Oh my God, no, you're the one that's supposed to be bullied.
Yeah. See, that's my thing with like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I like his Spider-Man, but I didn't love his Peter Parker. It's not the right.
Where a lot of people think the opposite about Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire was a good Spider-Man. He was a nerd. You know, he didn't want to talk to MJ, all that crap.
Nah.
But he wasn't a good Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, he was a better Peter Parker than he was Spider-Man.
But where I think that's why I really like. Oh man, why am I drawing such a blank on names today? The new Spider-Man, Tom
Holland.
I like Tom Holland. I think he's a funny Peter Parker. I think he's a funny.
I like him. I just didn't love the movie.
Well, I liked it connected things to the MCU. Yeah, it didn't break the mold in anything, right? Like it wasn't Iron Man 1, wasn't Civil War good, but it was what I wanted. It was like a nice Spider-Man movie. And you know what? They made the Vulture cool.
He was badass.
Which I never thought in my wildest dreams did I ever think they were going to make the Vulture a cool villain.
Yeah.
But Michael Keaton can do it. So anyway, so Fox merger. We were talking about so whole new X-Men cast, whole new Fantastic Four cast. I think they're gonna stay away from Fantastic Four for a little bit longer. I know you're a big Fantastic Four fan. But
I'm not. It's not that I'm a big fan. It's just I want to see a really good movie, and I think it can be done at Marvel now that they finally got them back. But there's a certain way like they really have to do it to make it really work the way I hope.
I just think it's a time like I don't even think there's Fantastic Four comics right now. They keep trying to reboot it. It's just not a selling feature. So why would Marvel want to run with that, right? Like,
well, I mean, yeah, you got a good point, but that's the thing is they have to make a really good movie to get people back into it.
Yeah,
like they've brought back the comic, and it's actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. It was so they did. I remember them rebooting it like in October.
Yeah, it hasn't been back for
very long. Yeah,
because when they got rid of the Fantastic Four, it was after that. Was it Secret War? Like the new Secret War comic? Because there's an older version of Secret Wars where like Doctor Doom created like that new world, and then they all had to kind of come back together and defeat Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, the Fantastic Four, or it wasn't Johnny Storm and Thing. It was just Sue, Reed, and their kids,
Yeah.
they went off to like rebuild universes
Mm-hmm.
in like this multiverse, and then they just came back together like recently. So but like I think I mentioned before, the way they should do the Fantastic Four, and I've seen this like all over the internet too, people like think this is the way to do it, is you basically do like a retcon where like they were around like way back in like the 60s, let's say,
Yeah.
and they went off into space or whatever, the negative zone. They could probably use the quantum realm, because that's apparently like they're making the quantum realm like a big deal,
Yeah.
and that could be their negative zone.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come back with their superpowers in like the present day Marvel universe, you know?
Yeah.
And then you have like whoever's still around who would remember them, like Michael Douglas, probably.
Yeah.
Hank Pym, he could be like, holy shit, like Reed Richards, we thought you were fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like you've been missing for like 80 years or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Something cool like that. Yeah.
I would have said Tony Stark,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he's going to make it out of Endgame.
No, he's
Because
not.
like you said,
He's
like the
100%
people
not.
who are going to make it out of Endgame are the ones who are going to come back from being dusted for sure. Because
Yeah.
they all have movies slated to be released in the next
Yeah.
couple of years. And the movie is really about like what basically they're saying is like, this is like the big last hurrah for the original Avengers.
I think for Tony and Captain America,
For sure, them.
but not. I think we'll still see some Hulk.
Oh yeah, they're not done with Hulk.
Scarlett Johansson, I think, will still stick around. Hawkeye, I'm not sure about. I think this could be the last hurrah of Hawkeye.
I could see them giving him a TV show.
You know what? One of the Hawkeye comics, it was about 6 years ago. It didn't last. I think it only lasted about 30 issues or so. But it was like a really weird art style, and it was this Hawkeye dealing with the Russian mob. It was fantastic, and like they could literally do something like that, and like because it's not over the top, you know. He's like it's just nice, fun.
They could totally do a Hawkeye TV show, and
Yeah.
if they had Jeremy Renner, I would watch that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so there's like talks that he's like creating, like, so he's teaching his daughter how to use the bow. So then that's setting up a Young Avengers thingy in the trailer. But yeah, so I think he could die, but I think Hulk will be fine. I think the only two we're gonna have to say goodbye to is Chris Evans and Tony Stark.
Yeah, I think they're done.
Yeah, which is a shame, but I think it's kind of it sucks that we never got to see an Iron Man 4.
Yeah, like his own movie.
Yeah,
because he's been in everything else.
But like
then.
Civil War was great, and like he was even in Spider-Man a lot. But
yeah,
I guess like
they're not coming out of this.
No, even if you see the trailer, it like starts with them like Tony's like saying like, oh, you know, it seemed like just yesterday that I crawled out of that cave. You're like, oh yeah.
I think this is the end of Robert Downey Jr. at least for a while.
Yeah,
in like a starring role. Maybe he'll come and maybe they'll do the thing where like they did recently where like he died and he was like he was basically the new Jarvis for the next
that'd be
for
funny,
the girl who took over him.
Yeah.
I could see them doing something like that, because then once he just got to go into his sound booth, he could fucking phone it in.
Yeah.
You know, do the voiceover over the phone and be like, I'm Tony Stark's AI.
Yeah. I think that'll be something. I think that's a while away. I think that's something you could see maybe in 15 years or something like that. Like,
well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they could still do it now, because I don't think he's going to be starring in these movies anymore. He might, if he's alive still, he'll probably just be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, there's more new Avengers now, because they're going to, you know, I was thinking about this the other day where it's like, they have to keep this thing going forever. Yeah. And the only way to do that is to keep, without like recasting, like today, like at the end of Avengers, they announce like a new Tony Stark actor. You can't do that for like another 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, you have all these new characters that can carry on for 10 years the way the ones we know already have. And then you can start, I think, if you bring Steve Rogers back, you recast him as someone else. You know?
I think they'll have they'll do another Captain America of some sort, but it'll be Bucky.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have a TV show they're making, I think, of Bucky and Winter. Bucky is the Winter Soldier, of Bucky and Falcon together, which I'm not really interested in.
I like Bucky.
Yeah, I don't really love Falcon though. Not because he's black. I just don't like the character.
Yeah. So we were saying, anyways, I was just talking about like what we started was talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. If Brie Larson would be into it, I think they're gonna, and you were saying they're gonna create a new kind of Guardians team after 3.
Yeah, it's gonna like evolve into something new.
And I think Adam Warlock for sure is gonna be a part of that. And everyone keeps saying that Captain Marvel is the strongest Avenger. I'm like, bitch.
That's what they're saying.
Adam
Well, that's the
Warlock.
thing. Is remember last time I was here, it was just before I went to see Captain Marvel, and I was like, this is a big deal because she's going to carry this thing going forward. Like they've said that she's going to be basically how like Robert Downey Jr. has basically carried this thing on his shoulders.
The passing of the torch.
She's going to be, I think, the big leader going forward in this new incarnation of Avengers.
Mm-hmm. Do you think
after the old guard is done?
Yeah.
And you said no, she's not going to have a big part in the Endgame.
Oh, literally!
And then
the
end of the fucking movie,
it says Captain Marvel is going to be an Endgame.
Yeah,
it's
and
going
the
to be a
credit
big
scene,
fucking deal. PJ.
The credit scene was the Avengers with the pager.
Yeah,
and then she shows up, and then the trailer came out that week, I think, and she shows up in the trailer. And it's like, okay, PJ.
Yeah, I'm fucking wrong. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't have been more wrong. Right?
I was like, trust me, she's gonna be around.
Everyone disagreed with me, and like when it said in that theater's big white letters like Captain Marvel will be an Endgame, Sam just turns around and looks at me like, I was like, fuck, like I'm wrong. I'm so wrong on this. But I think hopefully we can see like a Civil War 2, because Captain Marvel's the main.
Did you read Civil War 2?
I liked it.
It's not good.
You're not good. It was great.
I'm not good. Nah, it wasn't that great.
Well, because they're obviously going to do something with the Inhumans, MCU.
I don't know if they're going to be doing anything with the Inhumans anytime soon after what they just fucked up with them before. Well, did you not watch the fucking TV show?
I heard it got like a 0 on Rotten
Tomatoes. Oh my god, I watched the whole thing. It was fucking terrible.
But that was Fox, right?
Like, that was them. That was
okay.
Disney, Marvel
I thought
TV.
they owned Inhumans. Sorry.
No, well, they were supposed to do. They said years ago that they were going to do an Inhumans movie, and I was like, good. It should be like Game of Thrones meets X-Men kind of thing, because they're like mutants basically. And they then they decided to do a TV show instead on ABC instead of like Netflix or something, or saving it for Disney Plus, which is what they fucking probably should have done.
Yeah.
And man, it was fucking
it didn't
so
look great,
cheap.
Yeah.
It was so cheap. The first episode, Medusa is like the wild hair that can like do anything. The first episode, they chop all her hair off.
Why?
To save money, I guess, because then they don't have to do the special effects for her hair. And I guess they thought it would be interesting, but it definitely wasn't. It just sucked. The acting was terrible. The guy who played Black Bolt wasn't great. He never had like the full Black Bolt costume,
Yeah.
He didn't do fucking anything through the whole show. Everything sucked. It was super cheap. The only thing I liked was the dog. The CG dog was okay.
Yeah.
Everything else was terrible, and I was just kept imagining like a world where like on another Earth there's a version of this that's an actual movie, and it's really fucking good because they put a lot of money into it and cared.
Disney Plus has I think they announced 4 shows on top of the Scarlet Witch and the low-key one, and one of them was Howard the Duck, done by Kevin Smith. Did you hear that?
I think those are on Hulu. They're an animated shows.
Oh, I thought that was going to be on Disney Plus.
No, they're doing 4 animated shows on Hulu that are more like adult-y kind of.
Yeah, I'll be pumped for that.
Yeah,
Howard
I'll
the
watch
Duck,
that shit.
Yeah, by Kevin Smith.
Because they're supposed to do. They're doing 4 of them, and then they're doing like a crossover series with them, like they did with Defenders.
Okay,
but it's going to be animated.
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like animated stuff. But I know you do too. Yeah, hence you draw that.
That's what I do for a living.
Let's switch gears and go to DC because so they still haven't found a Batman. Apparently, they're going to start recording in December. And did you hear what they're doing?
No.
So they're doing a Batman movie set in the 90s with Penguin.
What movie did we just watch that was set in the 90s that was super successful? Oh, Captain Marvel?
Well, no, I was thinking of like, oh, don't we already have a Batman movie with the Penguin set in the 90s?
Oh yeah, that's Batman Returns.
Yeah, it's like we don't need to do that again. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think it'll be pretty good because I like the director. He did the last 2 Planet of the Apes, and they were fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. I don't love the idea of young Batman. I want an older Batman or something in the middle. I don't want to see like year one Batman kind of thing,
Again.
because we just had Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say just had Batman Begins. It was a while ago, but it's like not like it's an old movie.
Yeah,
It's not like it's Tim Burton's Batman.
yeah, but even Tim Burton's Batman still holds up.
Fuck, Tim Burton's Batman is so fucking good.
I was just hoping they would go just like out of the box and just do something like Hush or Court of Owls or something, because there was so much talks that there could be a Court of Owls movie. Like, I was like,
well, they did the animated one.
That doesn't count.
Cool.
That doesn't count.
No, not in like the DC live action stuff, obviously.
And
but the animated movies they do are really good.
That was one thing Gotham did that, well, they didn't do it well, but I was very happy with that. They brought in stuff that was new to the comics. Like, it's almost.
Are you still watching that?
No.
Okay. Because I remember we talked about Gotham before, and I was like, no, I bailed a while ago, and I'm gonna jump in at the end.
Yeah,
just to see Batman.
I tried. I kept trying, but like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I just watch it and have it on the background, and it was like there was some things that they did really well. Like Mr. Freeze, they did well.
He was. I saw the Mr. Freeze thing. That was okay. Yeah.
And Ian from Shameless, him doing the Joker and stuff was good, but then it just got like too over the top and stuff. Like, because now he's not the Joker. So Jerome wasn't the Joker then, but it was actually his twin was the Joker, and I was like, oh, okay. But they did the whole thing from New 52 where the Joker cuts his face off and he staples it on his face. They did that in Gotham, which is like amazing, right? And Court of Owls, they did Court of Owls. They just made their masks stupid. Stuff like that. But
I didn't know they did Court of Owls. That was after I bailed, I think.
I think it was at the end of season 2, and then the start of 3 was Court of Owls. Yeah, and it was like kind of silly because it was like Court of Owls would make Court of Owls cool. Was that like Bruce Wayne was an older Batman, had seen it all, done it all, fought the Joker 1,000 times, saved the world, and yet there's this secret society that he didn't know about this whole time that's been running Gotham. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is like, hey, we're the secret society. Let's get Bruce Wayne in here and tell him all about us and see if he'll join us. It's like, he's 12. Like, we don't need that. Like, I wanted him to not know about you guys. Like, like that's what makes it cool. So, but whatever. Yeah, Gotham's done. So
I saw their version of Bane, and I was like, well, this looks fucking awful.
Yeah, and then like, I said, do you see they released what his Batman suit's gonna look like?
I didn't see it.
It looks like a Batman suit.
Like, does it look more like one of the ones from the movie or something? Or is it totally
it looks more like Christian Bale's Batman suit than anything.
Okay.
But like, again, it's still this like 14-year-old scrawny kid inside of it.
It's like the TV version of it.
Yeah. It's the Kmart,
which is always going to look cheaper.
Yeah. So, but that shows. I think that shows like just ending its last season.
Yeah. And I, like I said, I'll jump in at the last episode and see how it ends because I just want to see Batman, and then I'm good. Like,
yeah. I remember being so excited for that show coming out. Like, I'd read a comic and there'd be an advertisement. I'm like, oh, only 3 weeks of the show coming out. Like, really? I was so pumped. And
I watched the first season, and I thought the first season was pretty good. I thought the world they built was interesting.
That first episode, I was like, what did I just watch? It was like...
It started really strong, yeah.
No, I thought it was awful. The first episode? I thought the first episode was horrible.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
It literally was just like... like his family dies, all that stuff, right? But it was just like, here's Catwoman, here's this guy's telling a joke in a club. I wonder who he is.
I thought it started different. I was thinking of something
like
else.
They started like Poison Ivy. They were just like a little redhead girl. They're like, Ivy, like it's like so much like in your face. Like, the Riddler, like, hey, let me tell you a riddle. It's like that was the first hour.
Who's this supposed to be?
It's like
Riddler.
Yeah, the Riddler like character was cool, and then obviously the Penguin.
As it went on, yeah.
They're like, do you know why they call him the Penguin? Because he walks like a penguin. Okay. Really,
you know what they did? You know what they did though that I did like was they brought Paul Rubens in as the Penguin's father.
Yes,
because he played the father of the Penguin in Batman Returns.
Yeah,
which was cool.
Yeah, and he looks like Robin Lord Taylor.
Yeah, he looks like him, eh?
Yeah. So, and that's Mr. Pee-wee.
Pee-wee Herman.
Yeah, Mr. Pee-wee. Excuse me, Mr. Pee-wee.
Mr. Pee-wee.
But yeah, it was Pee-wee Herman. Yeah. The stuff with Penguin was good, like, like killing his mom and stuff like that. And the first season had all the gangsters. Yeah, so when they started working on the gangster stuff, that was cool. But
yeah, there's stuff in season 1 I liked a lot. I don't remember much of it. I'm just looking to see what kind of stuff happened else that we missed because there's a lot of shit I thought.
The big one was James Gunn coming back for Guardians 3.
Yeah, for sure. That was a big surprise.
Yeah.
What the fuck? They made a Dora the Explorer movie?
Yeah, have you not seen that?
No, I
Oh.
don't care.
So it's kind of sad, but like I remember the site posting about Dora the Explorer, and it was like all the comments were like, "This looks like a porn parody." Dora the Explorer.
What?
Like yeah, like not the actual movie, but just like all the pictures that came out of it.
What is it? Is it not like a kids movie? What?
Yeah, it's a kids movie, but it's live action.
Oh, it looks like they got a 16-year-old to play her.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Anyways, not the point.
That's something I'm going to see.
You don't have to see.
I saw
everything,
some more Hellboy stuff recently, and I kind of got more interested. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go see Hellboy. I wasn't going to.
When does it come out? But you're a huge Hellboy fan.
I wouldn't say I'm a huge Hellboy fan. I really like those other movies, but I saw another trailer or video or some clip the other day, and I was like, this looks kind of cool. I mean, from the sound of it, they're sticking to more close to like the actual comic book, which I've honestly never read much of the comic. I just like the artwork.
Yeah.
And I like the concept, and I like the original movies. But,
I really like the
when
original
does this
too.
come out?
And there's still talks that like, why isn't there a third one? Like they set up a third one, and they just didn't deliver on this third one.
April 12th.
Ron Perlman like wanted to do it. Like everyone, like except everyone but the director wanted to do it. It seemed like, right?
No, I think he did want to do it. I think it just kind of never happened.
Oh, okay.
And
That sucks.
And at this point, I think the people who make the movies are just like, no, we'll just start over.
I guess so.
So I mean, I hope it's good. I'm stoked for Godzilla.
Oh yeah, so I saw that trailer before Captain Marvel.
Fuck.
And I felt bad because there was tons of little girls around me, but like I didn't realize it was the Godzilla trailer, and like obviously I picked up at the end, but it just says like Godzilla, like what's it called, like King of Monsters,
King of the Monsters.
And Sam looks at me and I'm like, what a time to be fucking alive! Like this looks amazing. Like oh boy, like because it just looks like it's gonna be 2 hours of nonsense, and I love it.
Just monsters fucking each other up, and that's all I wanted from the first movie, and I didn't really get it.
Yeah,
I got some fucking awful plot.
There's too much of that awful plot. Yeah,
I like the look of, like when I watched the first one, I like the look of it and like the tone of it and everything. I like the design of Godzilla and all that shit, but you never fucking see him.
Yeah, but that's cool though.
No, it's not. I want to fucking see this thing. And
then go watch the one with Matthew Broderick. Like,
no, that's not good. And then, the thing that I hated of the first one so much was like, he fights those monsters.
Yeah,
and then he takes a fucking nap. And I was like, what's happening? He
Yeah.
just drops and he goes to sleep. I was like, then he gets up and he fucks off. Spoilers, this is how the last movie ended. Yeah. He fucking goes off into the ocean, and they're like,
bye. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Yeah.
Will we ever see him again? He's like, I don't know, or whatever.
The Japanese guy from Inception and Batman's Godzilla.
Yeah.
That's why I got hired.
He knows who he is, yeah.
Speaking of giant monsters, I rewatched Meg last night. Have you seen it?
No.
It's so great.
No.
It's not good at all. Well, my second time seeing it, but like I remember me and Sam's watching it in theaters, just like, this is bad. But
you went to see Meg?
Oh, fucking right, we did.
Oh,
we
God.
loved it. And then last night I was like, it got added to Crave, and I was like, Sam, we got to rewatch this on Crave. And
I think it's on Netflix too, actually.
I'm sorry. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like the first 45 minutes of the movie, you don't even see a shark. You don't even know about him. Like Jason Statham kind of knows about it, but
if I'm gonna watch a movie about a shark, I'm gonna watch Jaws. I'm not gonna watch Meg.
Why? No.
Because
why watch
Jaws
a movie?
Is a good movie.
Why watch a movie about a 20-foot shark when you can watch one about a 100-foot shark?
Because it's a good movie, and Meg is not a good movie.
Yeah, but it was good. It had Paige Kennedy in it. The one
what?
Yeah, you know Paige Kennedy?
No. What? How does it make it a good movie?
He's Radon Randall from Blue Mountain State. He's a legend.
Oh.
Dreams. Legend. It also had that girl from Orange is the New Black, and she was in John Wick 2. What's her name?
Ruby Rose.
Yeah, she was in it. I don't mind her as an actress, whatever, but it's like,
I don't think she's a good actress.
No, but I get she's always in movies, and it's like I get the appeal of her.
She's actually Batwoman on the Arrowverse.
Yes, which is really cool. Like,
It's cool, but she's not like the stuff when she was in that crossover when
Yeah.
she showed up. The stuff of
Arrow getting
when she
canceled
was
also.
the stuff when she was not actually Batwoman, she was her normal character.
Yeah.
Was not good. And when she was Batwoman, it was kind of cheesy, but it was kind of badass. So it's like I'm in.
Yeah. The problem with Meg is like her hair is so weird. It's like it looks like she was in a boy band in the 90s. It was like, too much of that gel that you buy from Walmart.
Sure.
That gel that makes your hair all crispy.
Okay.
And so it was like really black and like crispy, spiky like
Uh,
hair. And then there's like a little tuft of green in the back. I was like,
What?
I don't get this.
to look cool.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
No, I didn't think it was cool. It looked like her hair was like constantly wet. And then they fall in the water, obviously, because it's a shark movie. And her hair's wet and she gets out. And then it's back to being spiky. I was like, oh, when did you put
Movie magic.
Yeah, just put a hat on now. Like, your hair's gross. But Rainn Wilson was in it, and Jason Statham, he's great.
Yeah, I like Jason Statham. A lot of the stuff he's in, I don't care for. I don't really give a fuck about that Hobbs and Shaw movie for sure.
See, when I first heard about it, I didn't care. When I heard that they were creating, so spoiler alert, the trailer, they
It's like a superhero movie.
yeah. So now the
weird.
Fast and Furious movies, like they're fighting what's his name?
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, and he's got superpowers. But it's The Rock and Jason Statham. And I remember watching the first trailer and being like, and then I watched the trailer again. I was like, no, I'm down. I'm down.
I'll watch it at home.
It's gonna be madness. It's gonna be The Rock and Statham just doing crazy shit.
I'll try to watch it at home because I tried to watch the last Fast and Furious and I couldn't do it. I turned it off.
Do you remember when it was about stealing VCRs?
Yeah.
like now they're like, didn't they go to space in one, or are they going to space?
I expect that's where they go next. I mean, where else do you go?
I remember one was great, but it was just a ripoff of Point Break.
I like Point Break a lot.
And then 2 and 3 weren't good. 4 was good, I believe.
No, 4 was bad. 5 was good.
Which one was
4? 4 is the one where they drove through the mountain. It wasn't good.
But did it have Vin Diesel come back in it?
Yeah, but it wasn't very good. Was
that the one with The Rock in it, or is it Fast 5?
I think Fast 5 is where The Rock came in, and that's where it started to get good. But
yeah, and then
it got ridiculous.
Yeah, so Fast 5 was good. 6 was not
6.
good. No, 6 was good, but what's the face died in it, so that was like, that's when I
totally forgot one. Okay, there was 8, right?
Yeah, I think they're on 8.
I tried to watch 8, couldn't do it. 7 is where it got fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
where they had like basically Vin Diesel versus Jason Statham on the parking garage, and their cars were like smacking into each other. And then that's when Vin Diesel did the Hulk stomp on the roof of the parking garage, and it all came down on what's his name? Is that where is that the one where? I mean, I think he does this. I think he does this in every movie. Yeah. The Rock ripped a big machine gun off of a helicopter.
Yeah, so the parts that The Rock were in was good. The movie was cool.
Of 7?
Yeah,
I guess.
So 8 they ride a submarine. I believe they drive their car on a submarine. Yeah,
this was Fate of the Furious.
Yeah, and Vin Diesel has like a kid now. And like Jason Statham's like babysitting the kid, holding the kid, and fighting people. Like,
but Jason Statham was the villain.
Yeah, he's a good guy now, and Charlize Theron's the bad guy.
Oh, okay.
So, now in Fast and Furious 9, Charlize Theron's going to be a good guy, and there's going to be a new bad guy, just like in Hobbs and Shaw 2. Idris Elba is going to be a good guy. Because always the bad guys become the good guys. Like The Rock became a good guy.
What a ridiculous
Jason Statham
franchise.
became a good guy.
I like when the movies were
Vin
simple
Diesel
and
was
about
essentially
driving
the
cars.
bad guy. Yeah. No, I didn't like when it was about driving cars.
No.
I didn't care. The second one was all cars. I was like,
Too fast.
Yeah,
Too
it was like
furious.
literally they're like, let's put 100 Honda Civics with like paint jobs in it.
I think I just like the titles. I don't actually like the movies.
The puns on them.
The titles.
The
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fate of the Furious. What do you call number 9?
I don't know.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, they'll think of it. They've got a room of 20 guys at Universal. Like, what do we call this one? What pun can we make of this one?
Did you hear the Transformers shit that they're doing?
Yeah, so that makes no sense because like Bumblebee, I'm gonna watch Bumblebee in maybe a week or so because it's
Yeah, I just
it's-
downloaded it. I'm gonna watch it again too.
because it's about to be. I'm not gonna buy it, but it's gonna be able to rent
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Xbox. So I think it's next week it becomes rent because you can buy it now on Xbox. I'm just gonna wait till I can rent it.
Oh, you can rent movies on there?
Yeah,
Cool.
but like so they
How
come
much
out
is it to rent a movie?
$5.
Oh, okay.
So the way Xbox works, I love it, is digitally. So like remember Spider-Verse, excuse me, you were gonna buy on Blu-ray,
I did.
and it 2 weeks before it was able to buy on Xbox.
Yeah.
Right. So I like you can buy it on Xbox, but then 2 weeks later when it's available on Blu-ray, you can rent it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I bought that.
Yeah. So that's the same thing. So right now I can buy Bumblebee and Aquaman, but they're not out on DVD yet.
Right.
And then next week, I think Aquaman comes out on DVD. I can start to rent it on Xbox.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see. That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna watch Bumblebee, but so apparently they're rebooting the series.
Well, no, I heard that because Bumblebee was supposed to be kind of like the reboot, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna do a sequel to Bumblebee with Optimus Prime in it.
Yeah.
And they're also going to do a sequel, like a Transformers 6, so a sequel to The Last Night.
Oh, okay.
So
it's
they're
not
going
a
to have
reboot.
kind of two things going at once and maybe more spin-offs. But
Six they just got to go to Cybertron. Take out the actors and just go to Cybertron.
yeah, because the beginning of Bumblebee
Yeah.
with like that war on Cybertron scene was fucking crazy. And I think that's what like everybody wants. It's just Transformers, like an animated Transformers movie.
You know me, like I love the first 4 Transformers movies.
Yeah,
and
me too.
5 was so bad.
It was tough. Yeah.
It was tough to watch. There was so much I was like, I have no interest to watch.
How many times did you hear me in the theater just go, "What the fuck"?
I know,
Because like there was shit happening where I was actually like, "What the fuck is going on in this movie, man? Like this is crazy shit that doesn't make any sense."
I knew it was gonna be
Just
bad.
burp in your face?
No, I knew it was gonna be bad when like about 2 weeks before that movie came out, Mark Wahlberg was like giving an award on stage for something, and he totally trashed Transformers 5.
Really?
Yeah, he just like totally made fun of it.
It's pretty bad. There's like always, there's a couple scenes and like I kind of like, but then as a whole movie, it's like really fucking bad.
How did they get Anthony Hopkins to be in that movie? I'll never know. It's like, do you need a paycheck? Like you're Anthony Hopkins. Like you don't need to do this. I always find it weird when he's in movies because I'm like, fucking Anthony Hopkins. Like watching Westworld, I'm like how are like that character's cool that he plays in Westworld.
Yeah, I really like him in Westworld.
Yeah, me and Sam are almost done the first season. We started watching it.
Season 2 is really weird.
Okay.
I found it kind of hard to follow.
Yeah.
But in the end, I thought it was worth it to make it to the end.
Okay. So like when we first started watching it, like I was like, it's okay. Like
I think the first season's really fucking good.
Like I was enjoying it, but like I wasn't like, oh, this is a must watch. And Sam was loving it. And then as soon as we get to a point where I'm like, fuck yeah, like this is awesome. Like now I'm hooked. And I was like, I'm bored now. It's like, fuck. Why are you doing this to me?
I thought it was cool. Like, every time they go in there, it kind of starts the music up again, and it's like the whole thing starts playing again. The attraction. Yeah.
And like cool. You notice all the songs are like
they're all covers of like real songs.
Yeah. So then I'm always trying to figure out the real song.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Another great movie we and Sam rewatched the other day was Kingsman: Golden Circle. Like I know it got a lot of hate.
Is that the second one?
Yeah, but
I don't think I ever saw it.
That's great. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, you know, they brought back one of the main characters who died in the first one, and that kind of made it like a big deal that he died. But like for like a ridiculous like action comic book movie, like it's fantastic. Like it's out there. Like it's definitely out there. You know, but it's got Elton John in it. It's got Julianne Moore. Yeah, Elton John. Like, yeah, he's a prisoner somewhere. And
Elton John,
yeah. Well, you know, it's funny because the Elton John movie coming out,
and he's playing. The kid is playing Elton John.
Yeah. So I wonder if
he's doing all his own singing in that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sounds good.
I wonder, like, that's the like. It kind of sucks that like the guy who did Bohemian Rhapsody won like Academy Award for Best Acting, but he didn't even sing the whole time. Like he did most of the stuff.
Okay, but I think that's okay. Like he didn't sing because who can sing like that guy? And he was really fucking good in it.
But like I don't care. Again, I say this all the time. I don't care about Academy Awards, but it's like, how did Bradley Cooper not win? Like the guy literally like changes his voice the whole movie. Like his character was like kind of fucked up and like.
I think I gotta disagree. As much as I liked A Star Is Born and Bradley Cooper in it,
Bradley Cooper
I
learned how to
think-
play guitar and sing in the movie.
Yeah, but I think Rami Malek fucking nailed it. Like he really was Freddie Mercury.
Anyways, there's so many like now it's the thing like that's make a movie about an 80s musician.
Oh,
like,
they just put up
Dirt?
the Motley Crue movie
Yeah,
on Netflix,
Dirt
which we almost watched the other night, and I was like, I can't watch. Like we weren't in the mood.
I mean I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
One I like Motley Crue. I don't like Motley Crue, but I don't hate Motley Crue.
Yeah, I
And
like them
I
enough.
actually like Machine Gun Kelly, who plays Tommy Lee. So I'd like to see how
Okay.
he does that. He's a rapper, by the way.
Yeah, I know who he is.
He did the song in Bright, you know that movie with
I
Will
liked
Smith?
Bright.
I loved Bright.
I thought it was an interesting idea.
they're coming out with a sequel of that.
Good.
But yeah, so now they're doing an Elton John one, so it's just like they're just gonna
Which looks pretty good, I think. It looks really weird though. It looks like there's like these weird, like dreamy kind of scenes, and which Bohemian Rhapsody didn't do. It was like a straight up like autobiographical or whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
The Dirt. I saw the trailer for it and I saw it pop up on Netflix, and we were kind of hovering over it, but then we were like, nah, we'll save this for another day.
Yeah, rainy day. Yeah.
Who knows if we'll actually get to it.
I'll watch
We've
it.
watched a lot of stuff though. I just started reading I just got Spider-Verse, the Blu-ray, which is fucking crazy, the detail you see on that Blu-ray. And we didn't even watch the 4K version, just the regular Blu-ray.
Yeah, I have 4K Ultra HD.
It's crazy.
version. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
That movie's fucking incredible. So I've been kind of going through all the extra stuff on there, and then I'm just getting deeper into watching some more like animated stuff lately, like some anime, like really like good stuff, not like cheesy cheap stuff, like good films. So I just got a couple Blu-rays, and then did you see any of that Love, Death, and Robots on?
No, I haven't had a chance to check it out
Netflix?
yet. I'm going. So I'm starting back to work on Tuesday, so I'm trying to like get some stuff done in video games before I go back to work, and because like it's gonna take me. I'm gonna leave my house at like 6 a.m. to get to work at 8, and then I leave at 5, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. So I'm pretty much gonna be gone from like 6 to 10 o'clock every night. So catch up on my video games while I can, and then
Sorry.
Yeah, why don't you text while we're doing a show?
You were talking. I was listening.
You know you weren't. Yeah, I also watched Fantastic Beasts last week.
Wait, did you say you watched any of that show?
No, I said
I totally
did.
didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't hear anything you said.
We're on video now. Like you people could see this shit.
Yeah.
Have some respect for the podcast.
All right.
Fuck. I didn't see it. Looks good. I'm
it's
interested.
really cool. There's some like really like cool cartoony ones, and then there's some okay, well, if you don't know what it is, Love, Death, and Robots is like this animated anthology series on Netflix, and it's from the guy who directed Deadpool and David Fincher, who's like a pretty big director. And they got all these animation studios to do each one did like a different animated short, and they're all different lengths. I think one might be close to 20 minutes, and another one is like 5 minutes.
Too long,
and they're all based around kind of like sci-fi kind of themes, a lot of robot stuff. Obviously it's called Love, Death, and Robots, so there's a lot of sex, a lot of violence, and a lot of robot shit, which is really cool because I like seeing that stuff, and you don't see it very often. Like it's very heavy metal.
Yeah.
And heavy metal was like an anthology movie of like adult animation.
Well, the comic was made by Kevin Eastman. He's one of the creators of it.
I don't think he was one of the creators of it, but he owned it for a long time.
I thought he did. I thought he was he started it, but I could be wrong. Because it was part of Mirage, wasn't it?
I don't know, but I know he owned it for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think he does anymore though.
No. Well, no, because he sold off all those rights.
Yeah.
He doesn't even own. He doesn't own anything but the Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, which is obvious. Like it's totally. It's like this stuff they do these days. I'm not into. Like not the comic book. The comic book's okay.
Yeah, because he's still a part of stuff.
I mean, like the TV shows and stuff are not good. Whoa. My girlfriend's texting me about.
Okay, before we go out, because I gotta go to a flea market with Sam.
Yeah.
I saw the new Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald and stuff like that. Sam didn't like it so much. She's a huge Harry Potter fan, but I like it because it's like building this like Harry Potter cinematic universe, but it's like it's but it's like an adult movie. Like there's murder and all that crap in it, but it's wizards. It's cool. Come on, you don't be a douche. Watch
I'm
it.
not interested in the Fantastic Beasts.
This
I'm
one
done
was
with Harry Potter. If they did a sequel to Harry Potter, I would check it out. But I don't
This
give a
one
fuck about what's going on
was
with the
cooler
Fantastic
than the
Beasts.
first one. Because this
We
one's
tried
got,
to
like-
watch Fantastic Beasts and it was fucking terrible.
No, this one's got like it's not so much about beasts. It's about like
I know what it's about. I heard all about it. Don't want to watch it.
okay. Well,
Not
you
interested.
are just a bitter old man.
I'm not a bitter old man. I just don't care about this franchise anymore because it's just this spin-off story that I don't care about, and apparently, and the movie's not even that good from what I've heard.
I enjoyed it. It's but I feel like it's building to something good.
Aren't they supposed to do like 5 of them?
Oh, I don't know about that. I was like, I was kind of hoping they'd wrap it up at 3, but because it's not that good.
Well, the thing I think the big thing I heard was that like the first, what was there, 7 or 8 Harry Potter? There's 7 books, right?
8 movies, yeah.
8 movies. Okay, they're all really good. They're based off the books. They're just making this new shit up as they go, and it's that from what I heard, it's not very good, and I'm just like not into it. Like,
Fine, then don't be.
well, I told you I tried to watch the first movie, and I thought it was really bad.
I enjoyed
I thought it was ridiculous.
All right, let's wrap it up. We'll see
Okay.
you next time.
Cool.